Hey Matrix people, I'm Leslie Miller. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I was raised in Nashville, Tennessee, native Nashvilleian, where, I found the love of hair from pretty much my birth. So as far as I have memory, I've loved hair. I had Barbie dolls that had just butchered hair. You could tell they were mine because the little hairs were all cut. So I loved it then, and as I got to be a little bit older, I got a job at a Regis salon when I was 14. I got in at Regis and was a receptionist. I swept and answered phones. I made appointments. I loved being in that environment, and that's where I learned that I wanted to be a salon employee. So I get into high school, and I was at a school that they didn't offer cosmetology, so I transferred to a school out of my zone that did offer it, and I took it there, where after I got out of high school, I went to a technology school and got my degree in cosmetology. And during that time, I was working also as a receptionist at Castronaut Hair Salon in Green Hills Mall in Nashville. And when I got my license, I just transitioned into being a stylist there, and it was a commission type pay. And when I was behind the chair there, I felt that I was just so new. I felt like I needed a little bit more. So lucky for me, I have a cousin who is like my hair hero. She had a very high-end salon in Nashville, and she wanted me to be her assistant. So I went there and was kind of fine-honed in the skill of hair. Learned more there as guest handling and answering phones and giving people more. So I felt a little bit more confident. I got a little bit more self-esteem and decided it's time, let's go back behind the chair. So I start doing hair behind the chair, and in 2001, I moved to Dixon, Tennessee. And in Dixon is an outskirt of Nashville. So their salons were all booth rent unless you worked for a chain like Walmart or Great Clips. So I decided I would try booth rent, and it was scary at first, but I decided to go for that because I was not going to commute back and forth to Nashville, just not going to do it. So I started doing booth rent and worked in the Dixon area for the next 15 years until 2016, where I felt it was a natural progression to own my own salon. And I decided to open Color Lush Salon in 2016. And in order to get that place ready, I really had to work. We worked really hard to get the salon to look. We wanted to be the best in Dixon and be different and better than our competitors, as far as not being your typical mom and pop shop where most of that trend was in small towns. So we open it. It looks like Nashville. It's very nice looking, edgy. We did booth rent because that's all that was in Dixon. And then in 2019, I decided that I wanted to grow our salon a little bit more by having a business coach. So we partnered with Summit Salon and hired a business coach. And so we launched that system in October of 19. We decided to kind of go toward commission because, again, we want to keep besting our best as salon owners. And we decided that the best way to do that is to get back into commission, because I didn't really like that feeling of the booth rent mentality was more all about you, all just one person, and we wanted to grow as a team and grow everybody in our salon together. And it feels more teamwork. It feels more like just everybody's in it together to grow. And we really loved that aspect. We really loved all the structure, and there was lots of procedures and proven systems in place to show that salons would grow with this company. So we did that, and that's where I found the associate program is another avenue of my career that I've really taken off into. And that seems to be right now, that's my passion, is growing people, because I have now got associates that I kind of grow them to become level 1 ready. And so they're on the floor as hairstylists that I have groomed, and it makes my heart swell to see them grow and blossom because they come out of school and they know just enough to kind of be a little bit nervous, and I get them behind the chair with me. They kind of polish their skills, hone to know guest handling and how to give a good experience. And again, we are always wanting to grow and be better and continue to grow because this business is always evolving. It's constantly growing. And if you don't try to continually be the best that you can be, you're going to get passed. So, and we just want to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And I like that with the Summit Systems, that's something that we have a career. It's career minded and it's a goal oriented salon. And so why I would like to be part of the Matrix team, I would say what better way to be the best I can possibly be is to work with the best. Matrix would be a level of greatness that I would be so proud to say I'm a part of. And it would be another tool, a technical tool that I could use to grow my next generation of stylists that are coming out, and I would be able to stay on the cutting edge and continually grow myself and always getting better than I was yesterday, the day before. And it helps me to grow those new stylists and groom them into the wonderful stylists that I know they will be. And I love the fact that Matrix is always on the cutting edge. They're the trendiest, and I love that all the support Matrix has to offer. And it feels like how I'm trying to grow Color Lush as that feeling of team and togetherness. And I feel that you guys would be that type of a group of people too. I would just want to be in a room with all of that greatness, and that just to align myself with that would give me a big goal to strive for. So I really hope that you guys are interested in me, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks. Okay, here we have the before. Here she is, beautiful. And now I'm showing my partings. I've got it parted off pretty classic because I'm going to do a pretty good balayage, pretty heavy, just to give her some lift. And here is my lightener. I've got my handy dandy Matrix 20 volume developer, lightener, and a little bit of freehand additive. And my beautiful display of SoColor and ColorSync colors. Here we go, doing some teasy lights. I'm going heavy. We're doing some slant backs, and I'm doing some traditional balayage along with the weave and tease and the also slice and tease, just to get more of that blend. And I sure love the Matrix Light Master. That is my favorite, perfect consistency. I always add a little bit of the freehand additive. And here she is processing. Look at all that hard work. Oh, she has so much hair. Let's look and see. I wonder if it's ready. It is ready. Oh, look at that beautiful blend. Let's take it off. We're going to use So Silver. Love that shampoo. It's my favorite for those blondes. That's my prep. That's almost my pre-tone. Got to get it in there. Now we are going to emulsify, scrub. I let it sit for a little bit, maybe a minute, and then I go back in, add a little water, and I go back to the scrubbing, and that gives me a nice pre-toned color. It's now ready for the next step, which we're going to do ColorSync. I'm going to do equal parts SPN and 10P and 10 volume. And I'm just going to apply that first in the back, starting in the back, in the roots to the mids, and then I'm going to go back through the full head and pull it through the mids and ends, and I'm going to let that all sit for about 20 minutes. And after we let that sit, it's going to process. I'm going to go ahead and shampoo it one more time with the So Silver shampoo and conditioner. My favorite of the leave-ins is the Miracle Creator. It helps detangle all of those teasings from the balayage. The poor girl had knots for days, but that Miracle Creator, it really gets out all the knots. And then I blow it dry but I wanted to put a little bit of a volumizer in there, so I used the Airy Builder. It's just a nice all-around mousse dry texture spray. Well, it's more of a foam. Put it in wet, gives some volume, actually sets kind of a foundation for what I'm about to do next. So I set that in there to give more of the curl control, so that way it'll last a little bit, because she's got some heavy hair. Now we're gonna blow it dry. I just rough dry mostly, just to get it really good and dry, lifting it up. Then I'll go in with the round brush a little bit. I didn't record that part, just to get some volume. Now we're gonna speed things up. I'm putting some curl in. Right now I haven't got anything else in the hair. I've just kind of curled it. Then we're gonna go back in after I've curled everything. And I'm gonna use the Mega Sleek Varnish. And I use that to kind of rake through the curl that I've just put in there to give it more of a tousled look and smooth down. She's got a little bit of frizz in her hair, so I really like the way that the varnish doesn't weight it down. If I really blend it out really well and run my fingers through it, it gives it a nice shine without making it too weighted down with her coarse textured hair, which you can't really tell after I used the wonderful Mega Sleek Varnish. It's not heavy, it smells so good. That smell is what sells, and I love it. I just rake it on through to give it kind of that lived-in tousled look, and she's such a pretty girl. By the way, that's my associate, Hannah. She'll be a level 1 stylist before you know it. Oh, there's my back. I need to get out of the way. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna style her bangs a little bit. Oh, hello. Now I love this. I love their style fixer. That's the Stronghold hairspray, because it just sets it. That sets everything, but I can still move it if I need to. Long story short, I like the hold of it. You're not gonna lose your style or your shape, and it's not gonna get too heavy. Oh, got a little too much there, Leslie. Calm it down. Oh, look at that beautiful blend. Look at that blend. I love it. She's so pretty. No breakage. I didn't even need to use any Bond Builder because of the wonderful Lightmaster and 20 volume with freehand additive. That is what I used to create this look of a lived-in blonde. Just wanted to up the blonde. She just said, more blonde, please. And so I said, yes, ma'am. Here we go. Blonde hair for you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my audition. And I hope to hear back from you guys soon. Looks like I've gone flat. Gonna go ahead and grab my favorite Matrix product, the Texture Builder.